Where do these parasites come from?
The number one place?
Yeah.
I would say food. I never eat anything raw. You can get it from water. You can get it from animals. Dog is sick and then they're kissing your mouth. A helminth infection, which is a worm, is one of the leading causes of iron deficiency anemia. It is a risk factor for gastric cancer.
What percent of people do you see have some type of parasite?
90%.
90%? So I probably have parasite.
You definitely. Yes, my friend. You definitely have one. The forward-facing special operations community can be very glamorous. And the sacrifice behind the scenes is tremendous. Mm-hmm. The sacrifice behind the scenes for the wives, the sacrifice behind the scenes from TBI, from just chronic injuries, people don't see that. And when the guys would get out, they'd already been to the VA, they'd already been to all these other places, and they were not getting better. They felt terrible. They would come to me and we would do a comprehensive analysis. You know, I'm part of the SEAL Future Foundation. I work on their medical board. We would get guys from SEAL Future Foundation, from Task Force Dagger. We'd look at gastrointestinal problems. That is a huge complaint. Guys would go get deployed. Whole platoons would get sick. They would go to Mayo Clinic. They would go to Johns Hopkins, and they wouldn't get answers. So I became very good at treating complex things that were not tested for well. And a lot of it was infectious disease. Lyme disease, parasites, figuring out, facilitating who they needed to go to. The old school parasitologists, right now everyone does these gut tests that have to be sent out, and it's something called PCR. PCR misses, I don't know, the number, I'd say at least 80% of these diagnoses.
Wow.
So these guys weren't getting better.
80%?
I mean, I'm saying that from my clinical experience. I don't know what the data says, because what we would do is we would send out these PCR testing, because now it's the gold standard. Nobody wants to go and do a rectal exam on a patient or do a rectal exam, take a stool sample, look at it under a microscope. That is a dying field. It's a dying field. The old school parasitologists, that's what they used to do. Now, you get a stool sample and you send it and it goes to a lab. That missed almost everything. We would send them to old school parasitology in New York. They would come back with whipworm, roundworm, liver fluke. We would treat them. We would treat their wives. Because if one person in the family has it, typically everybody has it.
Holy shit.
So these guys, these things were going undiagnosed. I mean, there was one guy who had schistosomiasis. He came to me because he was having phantom limb pain, and he ended up having schistosomiasis.
Schistosomiasis?
Yeah,
What is
so
that?
it's a parasite that can get in the bladder, irritate the bladder. But again, so you asked me, what do I do? Because I still treat special operations community. We still treat them. We figure out what's going on in all domains. Low testosterone, send them out for, it's a lot of head trauma that happens. You got to send them out. They have to get testing. There's a lot of exposures. The barracks are full of mold. The places in which people live in water damaged areas, full of mold. The body cannot get rid of that. So it's complicated. And there are groups that are putting together ways of looking at the operator. And it's not just the operator, it's everybody. But we are in an environment that is very challenging. And the treatments are not so simple.
So, where do these parasites come from?
The number one place?
Yeah.
I would say food. And now we live in a global society. I will say I never eat anything raw. Sushi
Really?
is out the window. Are you kidding? I would not touch sushi. Listen, I never eat raw. And people will say, well, if you freeze it, then it'll kill whatever bug. I don't see that. I don't eat anything raw. I don't eat any undercooked meat. When we go to dinner tonight and your wife looks at me because I'm ordering my steak well done at some great steakhouse that we're going to and ruining the entire food, I will tell you I do not want a worm. I'm good.
So that's where it comes from, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, You can get it from water. You can get it from animals. Parasites can come from animals. Giardia, yes, you can get it if dog is sick and then they're kissing your mouth, and you can get it all over. It's ubiquitous.
How do you get rid of them?
Here will be the difference. Most people, many people will try to treat it naturally. I haven't found that to work. You use antibiotics or you use whatever protocol is necessary for that. And it's fixable. You treat everybody, it's fixable. But I will tell you, for example, a helminth infection, which is a worm, is one of the leading causes of iron deficiency anemia because of what it does to the intestine. It creates, well, number one, they create their own issue, but it affects absorption. See, Shawn, we can fix all these things better than my friend.
How many, if you had to put a percentage on it, just off the top of your head,
Yes.
I'm not asking for exact numbers, but I mean, what percent of people do you see have some type of parasite?
90%?
90%? So I probably have parasite.
You definitely, yes, my friend, you definitely have one. You definitely have one. I've never had a team guy that's not had a parasite.
No kidding.
Never.
I've been checked for those things.
You've been checked the traditional way, which uses PCR testing. That's right. And that's part of the issue. And we got really good at treating and testing for those kinds of things because you need solutions. Although you're very robust and healthy, some guys end up really struggling. They end up really struggling.
So what, I mean, if, let's say I have a parasite.
Yeah.
What
We're going to test it and we're going to treat it.
What would I be feeling? What does it do to me?
You don't have normal stools. You might go to the bathroom more frequently. You will, it's not always related to food. You can't figure out why your stomach is bothering you. We might see it on your blood work, malabsorption. Almost everybody has it. You might have, are you ready for this? Itchy feet, itchy ears, itchy anus. You might find that these things happen cyclically. This is going to sound crazy, but during the full moon, this is when they seem to be very active because they go through life cycles.
No kidding.
Yeah. And it's very common and it should be treated.
What about acid reflux? Would cause any of that?
Probably H. pylori, yes.
What is it?
Bacteria that should be treated. Easy to treat, easy to test for. It is a risk factor for gastric cancer. Got to treat these things. But what's amazing is that we're very skilled. This is where medicine is wonderful. We're skilled at these things. H. pylori, reflux, 50% of the population might have H. pylori. But you got to treat it. You got to test it. You got to treat it. Nicotine probably doesn't help for the reflux, must say.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean,
Sleep apnea, all team guys. If your neck is greater than 17 and a half inches, you have to be tested for sleep apnea.
well, if you don't breathe through your mouth, do you have to worry about sleep apnea?
Yes, you got to be tested.
Jeez.
But listen, I don't want to be Debbie Downer. So we have to switch this to some positive stuff, is that it has never been easier to be healthier. So we're kind of at this precipice where it's never been easier to take action. We have access to more capacity than ever before.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.